What's up, Broncos Country? You're not going to believe what's happening with the Denver Broncos right now. While most fans are just celebrating the AFC West title, there's a secret behind the scenes that could completely change the course of the playoffs. And I'm going to tell you all about it now because what's going down at Empower Field at Mile High goes way beyond what you see on TV. Today, you're going to discover exactly what Sean Payton's hidden strategy is, the silent moves happening with the roster, and why the Broncos have a real chance to reach the Super Bowl. I follow every detail of the Denver Broncos closely, so here you'll understand what nobody is talking about. And there's a detail involving Week 18 against the Chargers that could blow everything up. Stick with me till the end, because this is going to blow your mind. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. We've waited 10 years for this, 10 long years since that 2015 Super Bowl, since Peyton Manning lifted the trophy and we dominated the NFL. And now, in 2025, the Denver Broncos are no longer a laughingstock, no longer the team everyone mocked because of Russell Wilson. We're no longer that 4-11 disaster that gave up 70 points to the Miami Dolphins. We are AFC West champions. But let me tell you something that's going unnoticed by most people. Everyone's talking about the 13-3 record, about Bo Nix making history, about the dominant defense, but the real secret to the Broncos' playoffs isn't in the numbers you see on the scoreboard. It's in the mentality that Sean Payton built in this locker room. You know that team meeting on Monday after we clinched the division? Payton didn't even mention the AFC West title. That's right. Zero. Nothing. The guys at ESPN were shocked when Zach Stevens from DNVR revealed Sean Payton didn't even talk about the team winning the AFC West with the roster today. The focus is all on this week's game and seeding. Man, that's pure genius. While the Chargers will be thinking, oh well, we lost the division, let's rest some starters, Payton's head is focused on one thing only, the AFC's first seed. That first round bye. That home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs. And look at the synchronicity of the universe here. The Broncos play the Chargers in Week 18 at home at Empower Field at Mile High. If we win, and we will win, we secure the first position in the AFC. Simple as that. One win and the road to the Super Bowl goes through Denver. But the secret goes much deeper. Let me tell you something the ESPN analysts aren't picking up on. Remember when Sean Payton said back in August at training camp that this Broncos team was one of 3 or 4 teams in his career with a real chance to win the Super Bowl? Everyone laughed. Everyone thought he was crazy. What do you mean, Sean? You have a second-year quarterback, a running back coming off injury, and you're still paying $85 million in dead cap for Russell Wilson. But Payton saw something nobody else saw. He created a mantra for this team, head west, go west. The plan was always simple. Win the AFC West, get to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, which is in the West, get it? And bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Denver. And here's the secret nobody's talking about. Payton learned from the Saints' 2009 Super Bowl. He knows exactly what separates a good team from a championship team. And in a recent meeting, according to Nick Kosmider from The Athletic, Payton was straight to the point with the team. The only area that has to improve is the turnover margin. That can happen. Man, pay attention to this. Payton mentioned that only one team in the last 25 years won the Super Bowl with a negative turnover margin in the playoffs, the Rams. And he's hammering this into the players' heads. The Broncos' defense is already top 3 in the NFL. But if Bo Nix and the offense can protect the ball and create defensive turnovers, game over for the rest of the AFC. And check this out. The Broncos have an 11-2 record in one-score games. Last year, 1-6. You know what changed? Maturity. Wisdom. Bo Nix learned from every loss in his rookie year. Every mistake became a lesson. Every tight game became experience. Now tell me, would you rather face a team that wins easily all the time or a team that knows how to struggle and knows how to win in the end? The 2025 Broncos are specialists in clutch time. But wait, there's more that's going to surprise you about Payton's secret strategy. Before I reveal it, do me a favor. If you're enjoying discovering these behind-the-scenes details that nobody talks about, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Seriously, we're going to explode with exclusive Broncos content during the playoffs. And tell me in the comments, do you believe the Broncos can make it to the Super Bowl? I want to hear your opinions. Now come with me because the story gets even better. Let's talk about people, flesh and blood, players who are living this dream. Bo Nix, the guy everyone doubted. Oh, he's too old for a rookie. Oh, Oregon plays in a different system. Oh, he won't work in the NFL. And the kid just went out there and made history. Look at these numbers. Bo Nix became the first quarterback in NFL history to pass for 7,500-plus yards, 50-plus touchdowns, and win 20-plus games in his first 2 seasons. First in history. Not Patrick Mahomes, not Tom Brady, not Peyton Manning. Nobody had done that. And against the Chiefs on Christmas, the kid showed grit. That rushing touchdown in the third quarter, then that 14-play drive in the fourth quarter, finding R.J. Harvey in the end zone. Dude, that's game IQ. That's true clutch. That game had a 0.7% win probability at 0.7. And Nix just looked at his teammates and said, "We're going to win this." 5 fourth-quarter comebacks, 6 game-winning drives. That's not luck. That's champion DNA. But it's not just Bo Nix. The defense, oh my God. Pat Surtain, too, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, is a monster. The guy simply erases the opposing team's best receiver from the map. Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonitto on the pass rush? Forget it. They're breaking franchise sack records. The defensive line with Zach Allen and John Franklin Myers is impenetrable. And J.K. Dobbins in the backfield? The man is having a reborn season. After all those injuries in Baltimore, everyone thought he was done. But Peyton saw something different, brought him to Denver, and Dobbins is playing like a top 5 running back in the league. Those touchdowns against the Titans, against the Colts, against the Chargers, the guy is essential for the offense to work. Quinn Miners on the offensive line, Pro Bowler. Cortland Sutton still making those impossible catches? Legend. Alex Singleton commanding the defense in the middle of the field? General. Will Lutz kicking decisive field goals? Ice in his veins. But there's a secret that few are talking about. The Broncos have 6 players in the 2025 Pro Bowl. 6. It's the highest number since 2016. And this shows one crucial thing. It's not just about having 1 or 2 superstars. It's about having a complete team, balanced, without obvious weak points. Now let me tell you about something that's going to be decisive in the playoffs. Empower Field at Mile High. Altitude of 5,280 feet, Denver's thin air. Visitors arriving tired, out of breath, while our team has been used to running at that altitude since training camp. And the crowd? Man, Sean Payton himself said, after the Packers game, "Our crowd was incredible. We got penalties because of it. The atmosphere was fantastic." That's the X factor. If the Broncos can get the first seed, and we will, every playoff game will be at home. The Patriots or Bills coming here in the wild card or divisional, they're going to struggle. The Texans, who everyone's afraid of, yeah, they're good, but playing at Mile High is another story. Remember the Chiefs game on Christmas? It was in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium, one of the toughest stadiums in the NFL. And even so, with Chris Oladokun, the Chiefs' third-string quarterback after Mahomes and Minshew got injured, we won. Imagine what we do at home against truly complete teams. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Los Angeles Chargers, Week 18 next Sunday. The Chargers are 11-5. They just lost to the Texans, which gave us the division title. Justin Herbert broke his left wrist and is grimacing on the field. Their offensive line is depleted. And the Vegas odds? Broncos favored by 8.5 points. Some people are predicting that Jim Harbaugh will rest starters. Makes sense, right? They're already in the playoffs. Why risk injuries? But here's the plot twist. Harbaugh is not that kind of coach. The guy is a born competitor. He's not just going to hand over the game and let a division rival get the first seed for free. So it's going to be war. The Chargers have won the last 3 games against us. All were tight games decided by one score. They know our scheme. We know theirs. It's a real rivalry now, but here's the difference. This time, we play at home. With 70,000 fans screaming on every defensive snap, with Bo Nix commanding that offense that has averaged 23.9 points per game, with a defense that allows only 19.3 points per game, third best in the NFL. Let's map it out here, if everything goes right. Week 18, Broncos beat the Chargers at home. We secure the AFC number 1 seed wildcard weekend, bye, automatic bye, divisional round, likely matchup against Bills, Jaguars, or Chargers, home game AFC Championship, likely matchup against Patriots, Texans, or Ravens, home game Super Bowl LX. Levi's Stadium, Santa Clara, California. Head west. Man, Peyton planned all of this since August. The Super Bowl is in the West. The complete journey is going west. That mantra wasn't just some silly motivational phrase. It was the literal roadmap to the title. And look at the irony. The last Super Bowl the Broncos won was in 2015, also in California, Levi's Stadium against the Panthers. We're going back to the same place 10 years later with a new generation of players. It's poetic. The obstacles and how to overcome them. Now, let's be realistic. The path won't be easy. The Houston Texans are the team everyone wants to avoid. That defense with Danielle Hunter on the edge, that offense with C.J. Stroud working magic. They put on a show against the Chargers recently. If we face Houston, it's going to be trench warfare. The New England Patriots are 12-3, too, fighting for the first seed. Drake May is playing well. Their defense is solid. If we cross paths with them in an AFC championship, it's going to be epic. But here's the secret I told you about at the beginning, the turnover margin. If the Broncos can force 2 to 3 turnovers per game and protect the ball on offense, nobody beats us. It's simple math. Bo Nix needs to keep taking care of the ball. That interception against the Chiefs was the exception, not the rule. And the defense needs to keep creating havoc. Nick Bonito destroying quarterbacks, Pat Surtain too stealing balls, P.J. Locke hitting hard in the secondary. Look, I'm going to tell you something that might sound crazy. The Denver Broncos have everything to win the Super Bowl in 2025. They have the right coach. They have the right quarterback. They have the right defense. They have the right moment. And now, with the Division I and the first seed within reach, they have the right path. But here's the last secret I wanted to share with you. None of these plans matter if Broncos Country doesn't believe. If we don't show up at Empower Field at Mile High on Sunday and roar on every defensive third down, if we don't wear that orange and blue with pride. This team resurrected a franchise. 3 years ago, we were the league's laughingstock. Today, we're division champions and legitimate Super Bowl contenders. This is the most incredible story in the NFL in 2025. So I ask you, are you ready for this journey? Subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss any playoff details. Turn on notifications to get alerted every time Bombshell Broncos news drops. And comment down below. What's your prediction for the Chargers game? By how much are we going to win? And share this video with every Broncos fan you know. Because Broncos Country needs to be united now more than ever. The secret is revealed. The strategy is clear. The path is laid out. Now it's time to execute. Go, Broncos!